Yes. One of the D&D podcasts on the planet. I am your Dungeon Master, Max, and I am joined today with...
I'm Dakota, and I play Nicholas Coquette, the bard of the College of Eloquence.
We are now an anime villain crew.
I'm Kate, and I play Vela, also a bard.
Wow.
This,
diverse.
Hi, this is Britt, and I'm the wet and wonderful Sylph Rivergale.
Nice.
I'm Bankley, and I play IF8.
I'm Quinn, and I'm the DM now. Turn the table.
Yeah, you can take over. Yeah, say whatever you want.
All right, Max, you're playing lethal, please.
Okay. Brother, no.
You got it covered.
Anything you say right now will be canon. You have one thing that you can say that will be canon.
We all get huge wieners. Yeah!
Yeah! We did it. We can rap. Okay. And next up?
I'm Jackson, I play Maze.
Hell yeah.
I am AJ, and I play Azra.
Hell yeah.
I'm Anna, and I play Leela.
Hell yeah. So, it's been a while. So let's get into a little bit of a recap. Last session, you guys were still kind of reeling from waking up after who knows how long with a kind dwarven man that was straight chillin'. And he invited you back to his home for some food, fellowship, and your magic items that he had taken from your bodies. While you were considering what to do next, and if you were going to try to track down this man's home, you heard this guttural sound. And from a small crag in the mountain, you saw this gaunt humanoid. Now, you were warned about these things called chasers. And it looked humanoid, but also some kind of warped creature. If you've ever seen the movie As Above, So Below, those creatures were part of the inspiration physically behind it. And you followed it into a cave as it cried out for help and named Vela, specifically. As you got in, you were all ambushed by a group of these chasers, and as time went on, more and more chasers fled out of the crags and the caves in the mountain to attack you. Several of you went down, several of you ran out to try to find refuge, and more of them came out of the top of the mountain. IF8 and Lethal went down, and when Lethal came back up, something caused the chasers to retreat back into the caverns, and with them they dragged the body of IF8, who was seen falling into the darkness with them.
Oh no.
Unconscious. And now you guys are left to figure out how to save IF8, and also you're not entirely sure what could have scared off these chasers back from whence they came. And that is where we are now.
Oh god, it's a bigger chaser. Fuck.
There are 5 more bigger chasers. Actually, to that note, why doesn't everybody who is outside, which is everybody except for IF8 at this point, please give me a perception check.
God, I can't wait to give you a perception check. I'm only going to use the set of dice that you handed to me.
I did hand you a blessed set of dice.
Beautiful.
So, yes.
Roll only nat ones.
I did get the cursed set of dice.
Oh, great, yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Is it cursed? Is it actually cursed?
Mediumly cursed.
Maybe a little.
Medium curse.
All right. I'll just go around. Nicholas, what did you get?
Natural 20 for a 24.
Oh shit. Okay.
So fired.
The calmest, not 20.
Never mind. Nicholas notices this first. Everybody else can kind of tune in based off of that, and you hear kind of off around one of these like smaller little mounds. It's like an overgrown cairn almost. You see, well, you don't see it, but you hear some kind of muffled shouting. It is human. This is not like an imitation like what you were hearing from the chasers, but you hear this kind of official voice kind of barking orders. You can't make out exactly what they're saying, but it seems like they're getting closer to you at this point.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I think last time I still left my sword floating
Yeah, you did. The sword was floating.
Is that so? If we're not in initiative, is that still
Yeah, that can still be up.
okay?
I'll let that slide.
I'm gonna follow this voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody going with Nicholas here?
Yeah, I will follow him.
Okay.
I will also follow.
Okay.
I'll follow, but I want to
Where you lead.
be a bit
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, so
I wanna sneak behind
Vela's
him.
hanging back. Sylph is up with everybody. Or are you hanging back as well?
Probably hang back.
Okay.
I'm probably the last one, still just like looking
Sure.
around.
So I'll say that Nicholas is the one kind of heading this. Now you kind of peek around the corner, and are you doing this like stealthily, or are you just kind of
yeah,
taking a
go
look?
roll
Okay, yeah, give me a stealth check.
Should I roll stealth as well?
Nicholas is if you're peeking around, then yeah, you can
Yeah,
give me
I'll
a
do the
stealth
check.
check. Okay, great.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay.
Good question.
Are you wearing heavy armor right now?
I don't think I'm wearing any armor.
Okay. Then you can just roll this flat then.
So fire.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
This is 6.
It's a 6.
All right, with a 12, I'll say that you make out that there's a group of about 5 soldiers that are there. One of them is in this very large suit of armor that has these like swirling magical runes on it, and he's bald on half of his head, is what you see from this one person, and it is kind of blistered as if there's like a burn on half of his body. He's in this big suit of enchanted armor, and you hear him say, "All right, everybody, I need you to split up. I want you to look in crags. I want you to look in caves. We gotta find this guy. Huge bounty on this. There's a lot going on. I got a promotion coming up, and it would really look good on my performance review." And I'll have everybody roll me an insight check, because you can now hear this very clearly.
That is a 12 for lethal.
12,
17.
17,
18.
18,
11.
11.
the cave.
You are in the cave. We'll get to you in a minute. Good
Got a 15.
Okay,
18.
18.
I got a huge number. It's 6.
That's
Slow
That's
down.
the biggest number
the
there is.
biggest number since 5.
I know. I was like,
That's almost in the
nervous I
number
was
1 spot.
shocking you
Yeah,
guys.
Do we need to hear everybody else's? Or like-
Don't worry about it. So you, for those who got above a 15, you recognize the voice is familiar to you, and you think back to the beginning of the battle on top of Mount Belotar. And this sounds very similar to the voice of General Stavros the Reasonable, the one who gave the opening remark as you were heading into the battle. It looks like he sustained some damage from the blast, but has survived. And he is back out here with new armor that you have never seen before, looking for somebody.
Where the hell did you get that?
Wait a minute. What is that?
What is that? You said that as General Stavros?
General Stavros,
okay.
yes. He's the general, he's the highest general of the armies of the kingdom.
Wait until you meet specific Stavros.
No.
Yeah.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, you ain't, this guy, nothing.
That's a good dad.
And he says, "Everybody, make sure you take one of these." And he passes out these like wristbands. And he says, if you run into any problem, you just want to press that button on there, and it's gonna send out a really loud noise. Don't get captured by these little crawly dudes. They come out of the caves, they'll grab you, and you don't want that happening today, right? Right. Okay. I'm gonna have you come with me. He points to one of the other soldiers. And then the rest of you, the other 3, can go split up in a different direction. So we're gonna split, and we're gonna find it, okay? And General Stavros starts walking towards you guys' location.
I could have used that information like 5 minutes ago. I don't grab you.
Yeah, I'll step out. General.
Oh my God! You were at the battle.
I was. As were you.
You've been. How long have you been out here?
I'm not sure. Perhaps a day, maybe more.
That explosion happened weeks ago. It's been a while.
I'll look over at Nicholas. Does that sound right?
I'm pretty sure I still don't remember my own name.
You do not
So
remember your own name.
So I'm gonna look back and go. That I don't know how that would be possible.
How did you survive the explosion?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. As we were advancing through the city very heroically, trying to get up to that line of the monsters that were attacking, I saw out of the corner of my eye the worst thing that a general could possibly see, okay?
That's specific.
Does anybody want to guess what that is?
An admiral.
An explosion?
Not an explosion. That happened after. An admiral is a terrifying thing for a general, but luckily, there were none there. He slaps his knee. The answer I was looking for was a deserter, all right? Everybody seen a deserter before? It's a person running in the opposite direction of the battle. This man is
They
named...
found Dave.
Oh, Dave, so you know Dave. He's a, yes, Dave Pippenpotts was a,
Fucking. I'm sorry. What?
Are we gonna blow past that? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, is anybody, do you know this man? Is this...
Absolutely not.
No? Okay. We're looking for him. He fled the battle, and we were chasing after him to try to get him back. There's currently a warrant out for his arrest, and we are looking. There's a big bounty. It's going to look really great on my resume.
Is
So
it
with
alive
all
or
of
dead?
with all of the dead, with the missing members of the Golden Tier, with the missing group of us who were there helping to contain the blast, you're looking for a bounty.
It was assumed that there were no survivors, and I see that now. That might change our plans. I think we have to send a far more robust search party out here.
I disagree. We barely survived. I'm sure he's dead.
You are sure?
Nearly.
Well, this here would say otherwise, and he pulls out from like the side pouch on his waist this small. It's like a small rectangular device, and there's like no buttons on it, but there is like an antenna that comes off of it, and it's emitting this like very soft like pinging noise.
Interesting.
This has been getting far more rapid as we've been going, and it seems like we're as close now as we've ever been to locating this man. All of our soldiers have trackers embedded into their armor, and his is telling us that we are almost there.
Interesting.
Well, we just came from a pack of some kind of mutant-looking creatures
Oh,
in
yeah.
a cave.
No, those would be the chasers.
Okay, so you've seen them,
Oh, we fought them.
so you know what you're up against.
Oh, yes, we do. But don't
Okay.
worry, I have this. And he pulls out this, he pulls out a great sword. This is all he has.
Wow.
Yep. Old little Meredith here has seen her share of bloodshed and battle, and I know when the time comes, I can rely on her.
So you're gonna take Meredith. You're gonna go find Dave. Then what are you gonna do?
We will take him back. If he is alive, we will take him back to the capital, where he will face trial and execution.
Why are you gonna try him if you're just gonna execute him?
Everybody deserves a fair shot to defend themselves.
So there's a chance you won't execute him.
God, I hope not.
Unlikely. I suppose anything's possible.
My brother was also taken by the chasers. I would follow you.
You will follow.
Indeed.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Nicholas, you can do this as well.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay, great.
You're so OP.
Pretty
So.
persuasive.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
17. Great.
Yes.
And he says, "All right, very well. I have another group that's going to another cavern, but I think that the one that we're looking for is right over there." And he kind of gestures towards the top of the mountain, which is where some of you guys were gathering during the battle. There was like the main cave that you guys were in, and then there was a secondary one that some of the other chasers came out of that was above it on the hill. And he kind of points up there and he says, "Everybody stick close." And he hands out a couple more bracelets. "And if we get separated, if you can't see, if you get grabbed, press on this button. It'll emit a very loud, very high-pitched noise, and we will be able to find you. Does everybody get it?"
Yes.
Okay. Press
Can you, like, mimic, like, what's the noise gonna sound like?
He takes it out and he presses it, and it's like beep, 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 beep,
Beautiful.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it.
Not gonna alert the other
Seen that
soldiers.
coming. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. It's very loud, very high pitched, and it like rings in your ears a bit. But you know, your mom played music pretty loud, so you're kind of used to the loud noise at this point.
I thought you said it was going to be loud, General.
Is this not so loud for everybody? My ears are ringing. I can hear nothing else right now.
If I had ears, they'd be in pain.
That's, yes. This is what I'm saying. All right, everybody, on me. And he starts to file into the cave.
I'm so fucking ready.
Now, IF8. You awake sometime later. Do you have dark vision?
Dude's barely got light vision.
I know. I don't think you do.
No.
You awake and your eyes kind of flutter open or flash open. Do you have eyelids, or are they just glowing?
They're just dark pits.
They're just dark
there's
pits.
No eyes. It's just like the eyes. Like I'd say, like the little metal layers of his eyebrows sort of engage and disengage.
Got it. So your eyes engage, and you are greeted with pitch black, and you can't see anything, but you can feel encasing your body is this very kind of spongy material. Not like a spider web, but kind of like have you ever seen masses of moth eggs?
Ooh.
Like on trees? There are these growths that are covering you.
I'm gonna be a mom.
And they are restraining you currently. And around you can hear something that sounds similar to what these chasers were calling out while you were in the battle. And you hear, "Help me, Vela.
Oh.
Yes.
I get it.
I'll use my robotic girth and try to get myself out of this situation.
Go ahead and roll me. I'll let you do acrobatics or athletics.
What do you mean you're not Arcana?
Let's not brush past
This
robotic
is
girth.
magical goo. Yeah.
14 on acrobatics.
14. That is enough. You are able to like break through this like spongy mass that is restraining you, and you hear these like drips off of these stalactites into these like pools below. You still cannot see anything, but you do hear the direction that this voice is calling out from.
Do I have my pack on me?
You have everything that you were captured with. They didn't like remove anything from you, so yeah.
I put my pointer finger up and I withdraw a torch, and the fingertip peels back into a small lighter, and I light the torch.
As you light the torch, you see this. You would think that you would see kind of this cavern, but it looks hewn. It is a very rectangular room. There are still stalactites and stalagmites that have been forming, but it is very rectangular, as if this was carved out. And surrounding you, you see against the walls, against the ceiling, on the ground, are corpses that are also encased in this spongy, kind of yellowy material. And it's encasing their bodies, and it looks as if they were, their arms and their legs and parts of their lower torso were eaten slowly, and the only thing that is left is the head. Do you want to investigate any of these bodies further?
So just to confirm, so it looks like this room was carved out, but there's still stalactites and stalagmites.
Yes.
So that might indicate that this room was once a room and that has been here for a while.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It looks
And
like,
there's a bunch of
there was
corpses.
some water with minerals dripping through that have deposited these spikes over time.
So can I look for the bodies that I can see?
Yeah.
Can I just want to look for similarities aside from the fact that they're covered in spongy material?
Okay.
Like, do they all have like a certain maim or anything like that?
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm okay at those.
Okay.
22.
So with a 22, these bodies are almost mummified. So it's really tough to see any kind of fresh wounds, but it does look as though there are these kind of nail marks, as if they were attacked by something that was clawing at them, and there are also bite marks all around them. And as you kind of peel back some of this spongy material as you're investigating these bodies, you see that the only thing that is left on them is their like spinal cord, and then from the neck up is still intact, and it is kind of mummified at this point.
So is the spongy material like eating them?
You get the sense that it was meant to restrain them, and then they were slowly eaten alive until they couldn't
maybe by
exist.
the babies.
And with the 22, I will also say that you can notice the specific capsule that those cries were coming out of.
So when I fell, I had my short sword. I take it I don't have that. 'Cause I was
You
holding-
do not have your short sword.
Well, I really hope that's Dave because he has my other short sword, and I'm out of short swords. Yeah, I'll go towards that. I'm gonna try my best to not step on the spongy material. I know it's everywhere, but like I'm gonna try not to step on corpses specifically. But I will try my best to kind of.
I'll say give me a dexterity check on this. You can do acrobatics if that's better.
It's the same. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a 7.
7. So your body's a little bit tight. As you've been stewing in this like
I have.
in this sponge, and you've gotten like wet, and it's all gotten in your mechanisms. Yeah, you're so wet right now.
Keep going.
You're so wet. And so as you're walking through, you stumble and you step on the skull of one of these bodies, and it just crumples beneath you into dust.
No, that was my favorite body.
That was your
I'll
favorite
whisper,
body.
Sorry.
And you keep going, and you keep like stepping on this like spongy material, and your foot always falls through, but it doesn't like crawl up your body. It doesn't grow on you. This is like something that was like deposited, and then it was left there.
I must be like 400 pounds soaking wet, and also 400 pounds bone dry.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you walk towards this voice, and he kind of looks over at you, and you recognize the face of Dave, sitting in this spongy material, and he says, Vela, that's...
No, my name is IF8. You are...
They can hear you. They can hear you. You need to keep your voice down.
You were yelling first.
Can you please help me out of here?
Yes. Do you have my short sword?
I lost it somewhere in the caves. It's somewhere around here.
IF8 takes like 2 seconds, then his face turns into a frown.
I'm sorry. I can't feel my legs.
It's okay, and I'll withdraw the crowbar from my Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay.
With torch and crowbar, I'm going to start just trying to scrape away at the spongy material.
Yeah.
I assume it's moist, right?
It is moist.
So burning, it's not going to do much.
No, but it pulls away fairly easily with a tool. The biggest issue with getting out of it is that your arms are like pinned at your side, and you can't really get any kind of leverage to break it open. But so you see Dave here, and you're scraping him out, and as you do, you uncover his shoulders. He's still wearing this armor that he was wearing in the kingdom, and you uncover his shoulders, his chest, his arms, and then as you get to his like mid-thigh, there stops being anything to uncover.
Ah, nuts.
You look down at Dave, and you see that he has had his legs fully consumed.
Is it bleeding?
It is not bleeding. But as you uncover it from this spongy material, it begins to bleed. And it starts as a small trickle.
Oh no.
And then starts pumping out as his like femoral arteries are spurting blood.
Very rash, and I just putting everything together. I feel as though somebody not proficient in medicine, and maybe somebody that doesn't feel in the same way people do. I am really not going to go for tourniquet. I'm just gonna with the
Oh,
torch.
you're gonna cauterize
I'm
it?
gonna try to cauterize
Okay.
his wounds.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check on this.
Literally.
I like Dave. I'm gonna use my point of inspiration. Okay, I got it up to a 14.
14. So with a 14, you like this flaming torch onto both of his stubby legs, and he like howls out in pain.
Can I cover his mouth?
You can absolutely cover his mouth.
You said they were listening.
And it,
Reminds
you
me of my last relationship.
and you cauterize these, and then as you're finishing up with that second leg, you look back up and see that he has fallen unconscious. You get the sense that he's like his chest is still kind of heaving, but he is unresponsive to you right now.
Thank God, this dude sucks when he's awake.
I'll tuck the crossbow and like. I guess I have a belt now. I'm gonna tuck it in my belt, and then I'm gonna try to put him over my shoulder,
Sure.
and with the torch in hand, try to navigate my way out.
You're carrying far less weight when he is missing both of his legs. So
that
I'll,
would make sense, yeah.
yeah. So I'll say, give me an athletics check with advantage.
Yay.
I got a 10 and 11, so 11.
11. So what I'll say is that your speed will be halved for this. So you're moving slowly with this extra load, and but you do see that this cave is kind of like it's a little cell of a larger system. The back wall kind of ends, and there's like one way both in and out.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll head out that way.
Okay.
I'm getting colony vibes here, so yeah, I'll head out that way. I think in character I'm probably getting colony vibes, and I'm recalling what I know about ants.
Yeah. You do get the sense that this is kind of a feeding area, and
Hope I don't come across the shit room.
No.
go ahead and give me a stealth check.
So I do the,
well.
Into the shit room.
Ooh, I
Oh,
agree.
actually, I used to have disadvantage, but I lost my really cool armor. Thanks, Max.
Yep. You're welcome.
I am proficient in stealth for some reason. All right.
Interesting.
I'm proficient. I'm just not very good at it.
Okay.
On paper, I know how to do it. 7.
So it's really like a Peregrine Took moment, where you are walking through and you like are kind of slowly moving with this extra load, and you kick this skull that is on the ground, and it like down the corridor, down this, and something else that you'll notice here, these are cobblestones in the next area. There are physical walls that are here. It's not just like a hewn cave. There are actual built walls. And you kick this skull down the hall, and it makes a very loud noise. And kind of from that direction that the skull went, you hear this like... And you hear these like nails scraping on stone as something is moving towards your location.
So that goes down. Is the other way up?
The other way is up.
Cool. I'm gonna fuck the stealth game. I'm gonna be consistently dashing. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to dash out.
Great. So you're going to be dashing. We're going to cut back over to the group that is entering the cave. So you see all of the bodies of those like 15 to 20 chasers that you had cut down outside of the caves. And General Stavros is like, seems like somebody was doing a bit of cleanup work here. Good work, everyone. I'm sorry that you lost your brother in the process, but, you know, that's why we're here.
I will recover him. He's all right.
I'm sure he is.
He's got a torch.
Yes.
And a crowbar.
He's gonna,
And a crowbar.
he's gonna be okay.
Do you remember before the session when you were like, God, I hope I get mobbed by 135 chasers, and then I get fucking killed and eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till they get to the part where they find out I can't be eaten because I'm metal. Or what, they got metal-eating teeth? Wait, Max, do they have metal-eating teeth?
I don't know.
God.
They
Fuck.
might.
Oh, shit.
So
My hubris has been my undoing.
So you guys see General Stavros kind of ducks in to this cave. Who is going to be following him the closest? So Lethal's gonna be following.
I'll
come
follow
behind.
right behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be third.
I
So,
want to be like awkwardly like too close behind him.
okay. And also Vela, what are how is Vela feeling? Because that entire battle, there were these chasers that were calling out to you, and were saying your name directly.
I was trying real hard to remember if I hung out with any chasers recently, and she
You did
couldn't.
not. You did not hang out with any chasers recently. So give me
She
an
has a broad friend group, so
Yeah.
you never know.
give me an insight check.
14.
With a 14, you get the sense that they're mimicking something. So somebody, somewhere, had said your name at one point. Now, it could be somebody else, but it could also just have been a member of your party talking to you after you had woken up. And the one that was kind of on the rocky ledge that Sylph oversaw, that it could have learned it from that, but you're not entirely sure. So you guys are walking in. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
God, yes. I have a question.
Everyone can do this.
Why
Yes.
haven't we seen an outside check yet?
Give me an outside check when you die, and I'll do
Alright.
that for you.
I got a
Perception.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20 on that.
I got a 7.
7.
I'm just trying to
Nat
get
one.
up to 5.
Oh no, not one.
Almost as big as my stick.
So
need my glasses.
so actually, Maze, with your nat 1, you
Your eyes
I
explode.
don't
You're
know.
fucked.
you're walking into this cave on what could be a rescue mission, but could very well be a recovery mission. And you're trying to kind of get a sense of these caves, and as you're walking through, you kind of hear these whispers, and this isn't foreign to you. You hear the dead speaking out to you very often with your connection to this kind of ethereal plane. But as you are listening, you can't bridge the gap. You can't tune into them anymore. It feels as when you lost your power, when you leveled down to level 1, whatever connection that you had to the other plane didn't get severed, but it's like if you took a really thick rope, it is hanging on by a couple of fibers right now. You don't have that same rapport that you used to have with this afterlife, and that's kind of occupying your mind and your senses as you're moving into this. So that's why you're unable to notice anything.
Damn.
As for who got above a 12 on that? Okay, so this
Okay, all right,
so-
you motherfuckers. Okay.
Put
So
my hand down. God.
several people. So for those of you that did, you see this cave. It's a gentle slope downwards, but then kind of maybe 30 to 50 feet in front of you, they turn into stairs. Again,
Up or down?
they're down.
Nice.
These are going down.
Oh, guys. Oh, shit, but I'm going up. Oh, this
Oh, nuts.
is never going to work
nuts.
out.
What do you guys want to do?
Can I skip down the stairs?
You can skip down the stairs, yeah.
Joyfully?
For sure.
Leela, can you see in the
I'm
dark?
gonna follow everyone's lead.
You
You bet it's nice.
So, and you see,
All right.
you see as General Stavros kind of picks up his boot in this like very large armor, and I'll say this armor makes him about 8 feet tall. And ordinarily, like when you saw him originally, he was not a very tall man. He was probably about 5'8", and so he's now kind of towering over everybody here.
Is he a human?
He is a human.
Gotcha.
And you see those burn marks around like one side of his face do appear to be from the blast. But he picks up his like big heavy like mechanized boot
Yeah.
and he slams it into the ground.
Shut up.
It's literally but it's insane fucking.
Not you, Max.
No, that's fine, yeah. And he slams it into the ground, and you feel the entire cave kind of shudders.
So he's got power armor?
He's got power armor.
Man, that's fucking sick as hell. I'm
He's
gonna
got
kill
power
him
armor.
and take it.
And you also see as
I had power armor.
you also see
You had.
he leans
were.
over. He leans over,
needs two
and
levels.
after he stomps on the ground, he vomits on the ground as well.
Oh.
He's like, oh, okay. Oh, that's not good. That's fine though. And he like kind of looks down at his side, and he's got this. It looks almost like an Etch-a-Sketch, and it starts to kind of like this like bar starts to move across it, and you see as this what you eventually see to be a map kind of comes up, and you see that this isn't just a cave system. This is like an underground city.
Oh, wow.
That is beneath this mountain, and you see that this map kind of materializes on this little Etch-a-Sketch looking thing that's on his waist.
What did you just do?
I sent down vibrations to the lower surface, and they were reflected back up, and we were able to see open points as the vibrations won't travel through that. So we got a rough mapping of this place, and it doesn't look like a cave.
Interesting. What
It
does it
look-
look like?
It looks like a city,
Like a big cave.
like a big cave.
Subterranean.
Yes,
The entire thing.
yes.
How far down did you see?
We lost the vibrations after about a mile in.
Oh,
That's far down.
I was far in.
Can you pick up any living creatures? Or is it just the layout?
I see several hundred small dots here. I don't know what that could be, people. It could be things.
One of them must be IF-8, and I will cut down the rest.
I understand. Please, don't die. And I'll say, as you guys are going, you can take a short rest.
Yay!
As you're going.
Oh, thank you.
And I am doing a similar thing. So in NADPOD they have like zealots trances. I will let you use up to currently 2 of your hit dice at a time.
We only have one.
Hmm?
We only
Oh,
have
you only have 1 because it's to your level. For the future, you can use up to 2 of your hit dice at a time for a short rest to regain that amount of points of spells. So a first level spell is 1 point, second level is 2 points.
Cool.
So
Nice.
if you don't want to heal and you want to regain some spell slots, you can expend your hit dice that way. And then as you're doing that, you guys are heading down into this cave. It seems like this like power armor, the noise that it's making isn't attracting the chasers. It's kind of repelling. It's a little bit too loud for them. And but you do kind of see a couple of stragglers. There's a few of them that are along your path that duck into these little alcoves as they're going. And General Savas is like, these are horrid creatures. We should probably put them out of their misery if we get the opportunity. Keep your weapons high, fists high, spells high, stay high. And he takes a fat rip of a doobie. No, he doesn't.
Your armor and bracers emit sound.
I will
Are-
eat one of my little mushrooms that's growing off my.
Nice. As you
Uniform.
regain some of your health from that with your short rest.
Are the chasers sensitive to noise?
It seems like they're attracted to some and repelled by others. I do know they are very light sensitive, which is why they only come out at night.
Interesting.
I faced these things before. I didn't know that they existed this far west. Usually they are more of a border issue, and there's far fewer of them. A colony this size has never been seen before.
Azra, have you ever heard of these?
Can I roll a history check?
You can roll a history check, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's really good, actually. History is... I got a 26.
26? All right, with a 26, you don't recognize the name Chasers. That seems to be kind of a colloquialism. But you have heard in your books, in your library, through instructions at school with anthropology professors, and even with your own exploration, you know of these creatures as these. They used to be human, and nobody knows for sure what happened. They were a very ancient civilization, but something happened to them that physically and mentally warped them into these feral, always hungry creatures. They can never sate themselves. And they have reverted to this hive mind where they just consume and consume, and they work as this massive horde of creatures. But it doesn't seem like they have any kind of consciousness left.
Isn't that just any anime fandom?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that just sounds
Whoa,
like people
whoa,
in
whoa,
TikTok
Whoa,
comment
I'm
sections.
joking. I like anime. Come
Hungry,
on.
hungry hippos on the
We're gonna
loose.
put a disclaimer at the top of this episode.
Disclaimer: we like anime. It seems like these are mentally ruined original people almost. Seems as though they can communicate without verbally. Is that kind of what I'm remembering?
Yeah, it's
or am I?
no, you've got the right of it.
Right.
It seems like the communication is more or less, if one chaser knows something,
They all know.
they all know it, and they can only communicate in those choppy, guttural imitations of people. They're kind of like in D&D lore, like Kenkus can only repeat things they've heard, and it seems like these kind of have a similar thing going on.
Okay. I obviously relay this information. It seems like maybe what we need to do is stealth and see if we can pick them off with like a few of them off before we really alert anybody about it, because as soon as one knows, they all know.
Could you tell from your armor how close we are to the nearest forms of life?
Seems like the end of this hall, which is about 100 feet ahead of us.
Oh my god, I want to do a big loud spell.
You want to do what?
I want to cast Thunderclap, but not if we're being stealthy.
Nicholas heard what I
What do you
said.
mean it's not stealthy?
And go ahead and give me an insight check on that as well, as Nicholas is considering that.
Man, this thing is like... Is this a weighted die?
You gave me loaded dice.
Nicholas is loudly in the cavern, just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna clap their asses though.
Insight, you said?
Yes.
That's only a 10.
It's only a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like since they're enclosed, it seems like that would be a really good way to get a group of them at the same time. But yes, it would be loud, and it would be incredibly difficult to stealth after causing a very loud, thunderous clap.
Maybe save that for once we're done stealthing.
I guess.
So,
Perhaps we should also keep our speech short and concise.
yeah, that sounds good to me.
Thank you.
We want to be quiet. We don't want to learn any of these things, so everybody keep your voices nice and low like this.
Excellent example.
Thank you. I try my best. So I will have the group. I'll do group stealth check.
Beautiful.
Group stealth check.
So good at it.
So good at stealth.
Wow.
I'm so good at stealth.
Awesome.
I'm so bad at
Oh
stealth.
no.
That's okay. I did pretty well.
Hey,
Hopefully it'll
disclaimer.
counteract.
I'm made of fucking metal. I don't know.
I'm mediumly good at stealth. At a nice even 10.
Even 10. Okay.
15.
Plus 1 for
15. 15's pretty good.
I only got a 9.
A 9.
Got a 14.
14.
The
22.
22.
What the fuck are you doing over there?
Okay,
What are you rolling?
Okay, a little disclaimer. I got 6 d20 because I've been rolling like shit, and this one's been rolling really well for me right now. So.
I've actually just been fucking cheating.
Yeah.
What did Lethal get?
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
number.
7.
7. Okay.
I win.
I pick all the numbers in my head.
As you guys are moving further into the cave, Sylph, I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, roll well.
That's a dirty 20, please.
Dirty
Like
20.
that.
Your connection to the swamp, to nature as a whole, your understanding of the inner workings of the natural world, how things behave, how they're interconnected, the spirit of every living thing.
It's that shroom I just ate.
It's that shroom you just ate. But it's... If you looked at a beautiful tapestry, vibrant and intricate. Imagine the color draining from that, turning to a very dull hue, as a painting aged over many, many years would. That is the feeling that you get of the surrounding world. You start to become kind of blind to the natural world that you've grown accustomed to. And you get this feeling that the knowledge and expertise that you had, that connection with your bestial self that you were able to hone in, has blocked itself off. It seems like it's very similar to what happened with Maze and everybody else. When you lost your power, you lost your connection and what you were taught in the swamp so many years ago.
This is rough, man.
Yeah, it's rough, man. That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
And
I'm gonna definitely just be like skulking behind everyone, just like letting people lead and just kind of be like, well, I don't like it down here.
yeah.
I don't like it.
Sylph, we don't talk much. You're still wet.
I will hug you. And like that's not threat. Like it's just Sylph hugs you and just leaves like a body imprint.
Leave a
Why is Brit
like
jumping
slightly
on Quinn
embrace,
right now?
but also the same thing that IF8's sort of mask-like face
I'm
does.
gonna
It just
look up at you.
takes a second and contorts into a weird smile.
I look up at you and say, "This doesn't go away," and I'll let you go.
Good. Keep up the good work.
So you guys are working through these caverns, and they become more and more manufactured as you go further and further in. And as you get to that nearest life form that General Stavros told you, you are able to spot it before it spots you. I will have one person, whoever wants to, roll an attack roll with advantage on this creature, or cast a spell. It's up to whatever you want to do.
There's only
I was gonna say
I have.
I will let you guys like you can plan this out quietly. Your stealth checks were good enough that you're able to strategize with your team about who
was
wants to
thinking
take
You
it.
said it's a strength.
either
What? What do you
Leela
want
or
us to do? Is it
Nick
strength
Attack.
attack?
Just
Leela-
any attack. You're just trying to
Do we
take
have
this
anyone,
thing out.
Any
quickly.
rangers or like
Well, you-
not rangers? Any people who are able to cast? A
I
range?
have
You can
ranged
float your
attacks.
sword,
I
right?
have.
Yes.
I would just use cantrips right now.
Mhm.
I have a chill touch and firebolt.
Okay.
fire.
These things, I
Fire
feel,
might be
would need
interesting.
Maybe a couple of firebolts.
They.
to take 'em down.
I didn't try firebolt last time, so I,
I
don't
wonder
know
if they're vulnerable because he said
vulnerable?
something about light, so I wonder if fire has a greater effect
Did
on.
anybody take the spell Kill Chaser?
Oh,
I told you to take straight no chaser as a spell, but you
Yeah,
didn't.
chaser.
It's under poison spray. And it's just a range of 10 feet.
I'll let you guys.
Can I roll an insight check to see if they might be vulnerable to fire?
Yeah, you can
Or
roll an insight check.
history? Because
I'll-
I studied it.
You can you can do history if you'd like. Yes.
You were so smart.
Okay, wow, I really that dice really did me bad that time. 11.
You don't re-
Could
you,
be either way.
you don't recall any specific information about how to kill them, but you do know that they do have light sensitivity.
They may or may not be vulnerable to fire damage. I can't
Does anyone
remember.
have the ability to magically create light?
Nope.
Yes.
no.
I can purify
Did
food
not.
and
Have
drink.
the light cantrip.
The light cantrip
Yes.
or
Okay.
produce flame because you can
Can
you can hold
I
that.
can
I'd
druid
like to make a
craft.
motion that instead of someone doing an attack with advantage, we can do a combination attack where one person casts light to make it get disadvantage on a save if needed, or to make it vulnerable to whoever comes in with an attack right after.
Okay.
I
So,
agree.
you said Vela, you can cast light.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do light, Leela? Would you be willing to rush and just punch it
Punch the
in its stupid
sure.
ass?
Just don't be
Would
alarmed when
Leela
you
be
see
willing to
purple.
punch?
She's definitely willing.
You still have your contract with Ariadne if he made it.
Yeah.
You guys will have to wrestle, and it's a 2-on-1 as well.
Yeah.
She's
All right.
gonna need that help.
So to be clear, Vela is casting light first.
Purple light.
Purple light. Okay, so it's
It's UV.
it's UV.
It gives him skin cancer.
Yeah, his skin bubbles.
Tanning bedtime.
Yeah. Wait, I need to know this.
No.
Are you casting it in front, like between you and it, or past it? So you guys are in this tunnel. There's you, and then you're separated by a pretty deep, like 60 feet of distance at this point. And the chaser is there. Are you going to do it on the other side of the chaser, or more towards you guys?
Is there like a rock near the chaser or anything like that?
Yes, there are rocks all
I
around
will
it.
cast it right next to him.
Right next to it. Okay.
Right next to him. Jump scare.
So, you light this rock, and immediately upon the light being there, it like starts scratching at its face, kind of in those like divots where eyes would be. It starts scratching at it and like smacking itself in the face.
Now I feel bad.
And it starts writhing on the ground, and then it starts sprinting towards you guys. But you get the sense that it's not running towards you; it's just trying to run away from the light. And so it's blinded by the light. And then so Leela's gonna try to
Yeah, I'll swing at it.
punch the shit out of it. Do this with advantage, please.
All right.
I love that the first thing we do after learning that these things were once people is just really fuck with them real
Fuck out
hard.
of it, yeah.
All right. That's gonna be a 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. 6.
6 damage.
Yes.
You do kill this one.
Nice.
It seems like by exposing it to that light, it willingly damaged itself very heavily. Like you see, there is blood, this like black ooze of blood that is streaking down its face from the claw marks that it left on itself.
I'm going to immediately whip out a torch and light it.
Okay.
Like, this is a good idea.
It's like a flashbang that makes you freak it a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
I took it to my penthouse.
Let's all light up some torches,
And I
and
freaked
then
it.
everyone gets light cast on their torches, right? So then we have like extra light.
Yep.
And then
Double
if we
light.
get near them, they're screwed.
More
I
light per
druid
capita.
craft and light my torch.
I hate that's how that works.
So and you guys continue down, and you reach this opening.
Giant metal guy that's your friend.
Not quite.
Oh, fuck.
You guys do see as you're moving down, you see like chasers that are kind of separated from the rest of the colony are moseying around, but then like the minute that your light touches them, they go into this like frenzy again and they sprint off into these like darker tunnels. You kind of have created this aura about you with all of your torches that they're not quite able to get through.
Oh, I can feel the aura from here.
Yeah. And as you walk downstairs for probably about 30 minutes, and you come into this opening, and around you are tables. They are flat stone tables, but they are very, very smooth, and they have gold, intricate designs etched into them. There's a big fireplace that is here, and there is a decayed, broken painting that you can't make out what it used to be, but it's kind of, the frame is broken and the tarp is folded over. It looks like this place used to be some kind of maybe feasting hall.
I'd like to kind of take a look around, especially at the painting, maybe at, kind of the craftsmanship of the table,
Sure.
and see if I can discern what kind of culture this used to be.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
No.
Oh yeah.
9.
9. This what you get from that is that it doesn't seem like this was necessarily a painting of a person.
Okay.
You're not able to get very much from it because again the state of it is very, very decayed.
Yeah.
But it's not, when you look at a canvas that has a portrait of somebody, the shapes would be a lot larger.
Right.
You're looking at like small detail and it's faded, you can't see it, but it looks to be a scene of some sort.
Oh, interesting.
That's all you get. And then as everybody else is looking around, you also notice that there are, again, these mummified bodies that are sitting at stools around these tables. There are like these pewter cups and goblets and plates that are interspersed around. There's cobwebs galore. And these corpses, they don't look like the chasers. These look like they are mummified humanoids.
Can I look in their pockets?
Their clothes have disintegrated over time.
Can I tell, like, just with my connection with mushrooms, maybe how long the decay has been taking place? Maybe see, like, how long these people have been dead for?
I'll say you can make a insight check on this, and if any of our dead loving people here want to give the help action,
I will happily give. Am I a dead loving person?
I'll say
That's a vampire.
I think you're more of a loving
For-
dead person.
Yeah, I'm a loving dead person, actually.
yeah. For
I'll let
you
Maze take this
specifically,
one.
I don't know that your basis of knowledge here I don't think that would help in this
No worries,
instance.
no worries.
But
Quinn's right, loving dead person.
but either Vela or Maze can assist with this if you would like.
I'll assist. Why not?
Yeah.
This, what does the assist mean? What do I do?
You get advantage on this check.
Oh, I'll take that one. A 19 plus 3 for 22.
These humanoids have been dead for millennia. It has been thousands upon thousands of years. The minute that you get close to them and touch them, there's nothing inside. You press into it and it like crumples and leaves this big cavity beneath it. These aren't really bodies. These are more casts of what used to be.
Wow, these bodies are millennia and millennia old. So old.
How can you tell?
Well, they just turned to dust.
Interesting.
Okay.
What perchance are they mummified in?
It just looks like they kind of died where they sat,
Okay.
and
Sat there
just
for too long.
they didn't decay.
Gotcha.
When they died, they just kind of mummified in place.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, they're not wrapped or anything.
Right.
It is open skin. You do see pieces of jewelry, however, that have survived the tests of time. There are some gemstones and pieces of metal, most of which have fallen through the decayed bodies, but there are some that are like any hands that were resting on the table. The bracelets still sit around the wrists of those who have passed.
Nice.
Can I slip one in my pocket?
Absolutely.
I'm
Go ahead and add an ancient bracelet to your inventory.
Oh,
I'd definitely love to just take some gems.
You guys are-
pretty things. That
You want to loot the bodies?
Loot that body.
Loot that body now.
I've lost some color, and I'm hoping these gems will bring some back to my life.
Okay.
I completely forgot. I cast Find IF8.
Oh,
IF.
he's in another dimension. He's probably dead.
Oh, fuck him. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
I thought it was funny.
Leela, what were you gonna?
Such
Okay, I won't
number
like
one hater.
take any of the jewelry, but do any of them have like family crests or like symbols on them?
Okay.
Don't humanize them. They're
Interesting.
loot.
Why don't you give me an investigation or a perception check?
Okay. Do perception.
Can I give Leela the help action?
Yeah, for sure. You can do this with advantage, Leela.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. 17.
17. You notice that there is every dining hall's got the big chair. You know, it's just a little bit bigger than everything else. The other stools it's just like a big square rock that is set in the ground. But this is almost a throne, and it's got chunks of the corners of it broken off. But you do see that there is a body that is there that is wearing armor, and then on one of its fingers that have broken off of the rest of the hand, there is a signet ring that is on it that has kind of this swirling design centered around a single point. It's like a circular signet ring that has several spirals going into it, but then also rays of just lines that come out of the center as well in all directions.
I'm gonna take that
Okay.
and I'm gonna run over to Azra and go, look at this. It looks special.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
Yeah, if I was here, I'm really good at those.
Okay, well, it's...
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Do I do not?
I got a
Yeah, fucking.
An 11.
This doesn't. You don't feel any magic coming off of it, and none of your books really said anything about jewelry specifically. It talked more about the chasers specifically, not much about the culture of what anything used to be.
Maybe hold on to that one.
Okay.
All right, so you can pocket the signet ring, so you can add that to your inventory. And as you guys are searching this, we're going to cut back to Iafate and Dave.
Oh, this part of the game sucks.
So you're running and you hear, "Help me, Vela, Vela!" and they're clamoring towards you from beneath. And you're sprinting, right? You said you were going to keep dashing. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save to see if you can continue to run full force this entire time.
13.
You start to lose a little bit of steam, and some of them start to catch up to you and kind of nip at your ankles.
I'm not steam powered.
And so as they are kind of catching up, do you do anything to?
I'll probably give them the occasional just like swipe it with the torch at them.
Every time you swipe down at them, they retreat back. But then immediately when you turn the other way and your body is kind of hiding some of the torch, they start to move towards you again. So you're able to kind of ward them off to catch your breath and then continue onward.
Every time I swipe at them, I go, stop. Stop.
You see one of them is
stink. It is a normal legless man.
You see one of them is like sniffing water. It's like
it does not stink.
Are you joking?
and so they're chasing you as you're trying to ward them off. Go ahead and give me a perception check. You can do investigation as well.
As well or instead?
Instead.
Sorry, that wasn't me being pedantic. I was actually curious.
No, that's fine. You can do it instead.
You're not rolling for me. You're not rolling. The metal one doesn't count. The one that he's rolling doesn't count.
Okay.
I got a 21.
21?
Investigation.
Okay.
This guy is such a frigging poser.
So, so you see ahead of you is this. It's kind of like a little delta almost. There are probably about 6 to 8 different passages that are here, and delta as a river delta, not as the not as like the Greek letter. Yeah, but so you see this group of tunnels facing out everywhere, and you see a signpost that is here that is made of metal, and there are there's writing on it that you do not understand. But it seems to point in many directions. But you see one of them, specifically, the letters are made out of gold. And it points to the leftmost tunnel.
Is your face silver or gold?
Gold.
Oh, I would do that one.
I F8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm cruising.
Yeah.
Poor person.
Can I, like, as I'm running, can I make out any of, like, even though I don't know what the letters are, like, I can make out the individual letters?
Dude,
Yes, you can make out the individual.
Am I able
with you.
to just, like, am I able to
know
just, just off of, like, the fringes, peripheral of my knowledge, like, identify the script or maybe, like, a word or anything like that?
I'll say give me a history or investigation on this.
Should have let me roll it, idiot.
You're such a poser. So it's a nat 1, but hold on.
Okay.
But that's ultimately an 8, right? That's ultimately an 8.
Ultimately an 8. This is a language that's completely foreign to you. This writing does not appear to be any kind of written language that exists. And I'll say that with a nat 1, you also don't get a good enough glimpse of it that you would be able to recall it.
Fun fact, I actually swapped out my additional language for another artisan tool, so I only speak common. I'll go for the gold!
Nice. All right. So you're going for the gold. You're racing through. It feels like you're running for upwards of an hour. It's taking a long time to get to the end of this hall. But as you do, it opens up into this massive tower. It's, I mean, you're in a cave, so it's really just a huge empty space that's above you, and there's this very large pit with wood in it that is kind of in the middle of this room, and it's too dark in here to really see anything unless you're kind of going around with the torch. But there are like braziers and other things like that. There's that big pit in the middle, and you have your torch.
So there's a brazier?
Yes, there's lots of them.
Is there stuff in there?
There's stuff everywhere, yeah. The big kind of pit in the center is just a giant brazier.
I'm going to try to light it with the torch, see if any of those charcoals will...
So you put the torch down to it, and it immediately ignites into blue flame. And then as you ignite that central one, there's these like all around the room. All of the other braziers light themselves. And you find yourself... there are these big gears that are
oh fuck yeah,
that are connected to either side of the room.
Is this a Dwemer ruin?
And there's a lever in the middle of it.
This
Is there
motherfucker's
any
looking
reaction to the mass amount of light to the what are those guys called? Creepers, followers,
Chasers.
Chasers.
chasers, crappers. Yeah, the crappers.
So actually, give me an Arcana check as you're looking at this.
This dude's looking around at all this machinery, and he's like, "Yeah, I know
Yeah.
about this shit.
Yeah,
I
he
know
knows
about this
about
shit for
this
real."
10 plus 9, 19.
19. With a 19, first of all, you can assume that this is some kind of lift mechanism that you are standing in. And you can't see anything that's above you, like where the lift goes to, because it's unbelievably
But
tall.
it's not down here, so you know what?
It's not down here. But also with a 19, as you lit these braziers, you look out kind of back towards where you came, and there's this shimmering veil that has blocked off this room from everywhere else. And the chasers run into it, and they bounce off.
Oh.
Like they are physically unable to enter this room with you.
I'll look around later. I think I'm going to go up and, still holding the torch, I'm going to use my foot and push the lever.
Okay. As you push the lever, it kind of glides to the other side. This is like a very well lubricated mechanism for something that seems so ancient. And you hear this like, and you see those big gears start to turn as the lift kind of bounces as it resets and starts to climb upwards.
Every time it's my scene, he keeps saying like wet and well lubricated, and like I'm picking up.
He's flirting.
You said-
Is anyone else picking up on that?
You said robotic girth.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
both girthy and a robot. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm well lubricated, so stop complaining. We're gonna cut back to the rest of you. You are kind of in this central hub of an area right now. There are passages that go kind of every which way. Anything else you guys want to do in here, or?
I would mostly just be looking for, so since everything is super old, is there anything that seems disturbed recently or something that would have been put down more recent, just something that seems...
Go ahead
new.
and roll me another perception check.
$23?
The only you notice a lot of blemishes around that were probably left from the chasers, but the only new thing that you see here is a short sword that is heading down one of the hallways. It's kind of at the base of this hallway. There is a new looking short sword.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to suggest to the group that we go that way, but I would also like to grab the sword if everyone agrees.
A brand new short sword.
Crazy, right?
I'll fight you guys. I'll fight for you guys.
As Sylph grabs it, do you mind if I just take a look at it real quick? I'm just going to
You
investigate.
look.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me investigation check with advantage.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Ooh, yippee!
I wonder why.
Stop touching my shit. I don't care if you're identifying it as mine. Oh my.
Shut up.
Stop Animal
Isabel?
Crossing talking to me.
You remind me of shit from a butt.
That's
a good one.
With advantage. I'm sorry, you said
Wow, you're
investigation.
dumb as
You
shit,
can do
huh?
investigation, insight. You could do
Oh, also your character's not
I'm
smart.
going to roll with insight if that's all right.
yeah,
It's a
absolutely.
14.
14. With a 14, you can positively identify this as the short sword that was given to a certain Dave while you were on top of Mount Belotar.
Interesting. That was Dave's short sword. Iafate gave it to him. They've been this way.
So we have to go that way then?
Unfortunately, we do.
Okay.
Why don't you want to go that way?
I don't want to see Dave.
Who is Dave to you?
Long story, and I just walk that way.
Okay.
All right. You guys walk down the hall that had Dave's short sword there. Technically Iafate's, but it was a gift.
Well, I gave it to him. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Exactly.
Kick your
Am I
ass.
IF8 now? Do,
We're all live.
I'll say that Sylva's probably leading the way at this point because you grabbed the sword and kind of told everyone to go down there. And again, so everybody give me a perception check. And then Sylph, except for IF8, and Sylph specifically, give me an additional investigation check.
I got a 9.
Jesus Christ.
That's great.
Investigation.
18.
7.
7.
God,
12?
You guys are good at perceiving.
Stop it.
Wait,
I don't have
investigation or
eyes.
perception?
You guys are
That's
doing
why I have to
perception.
roll them.
Okay,
Sylph is doing
then
an
an
additional 8. Okay.
so I got a 7 and a 4, and my investigation's 0, and my perception's a 5.
Okay. Which did you roll first?
The 7.
The 7? Okay.
Which was
I'll say we're gonna use that as the investigation check,
Okay.
and we'll use the other one as the perception check. You guys, most of you, if you got above a 10, hear very deep down in the caverns, like it's almost imperceptible, but it's loud enough that it is carried through these caverns. You hear this trampling sound. As if there are hundreds of creatures scuttling about. And General Stavros says, all right, I think that I'm going to spend a little bit more time investigating around here. I think one of those passages led to a library. I'm gonna look in there first, and I'll rendezvous with you
scared?
later. Not even a little bit. Look
Insight check.
Are you? Yeah, roll insight check.
Library. I like libraries. Can I come with you?
I want to go to the library.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a 16.
He is. You look down at his legs and like they're shaking
He's
a little
shaking
bit,
his
like
mechanized boots.
shaking in his mechanized custom baby seal leather boots.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say that.
Yeah, no, he is definitely scared, and it seems like he wants to go to the library mostly to avoid going deeper into the caverns. But it seems like with that he also does have kind of a vested interest in what might lie there. He says, yeah, anybody who wants to come to the library, let's come to the library. Yeah? So who's going to the library with General Stavros, and who's going in the tunnel?
I
go
think
to
it may
library.
be ill-advised to split up at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to the tunnel. I'm IF8. It's my duty
You
to
stop it
rescue
over
him
there.
now.
You stop that.
I will also
I
go to the
start to
tunnel.
walk, and
Go
somebody
where
just
Lila
grabs me.
goes.
Okay. And Maze, are you going to the library, or are you sticking in the tunnel?
Stick in the tunnel.
Stick in the tunnel. Great.
I'm gonna tell Lethal, where you lead, I will follow. Anywhere that you tell me to.
We did it!
We did it, boys. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. And that's where we'll... No, we're kidding. So you guys mosey on down, and you do hear what you can presume to be chasers trampling somewhere deeply in the caverns.
I wonder where.
Yeah. But you...
Deep in the cavern, were you listening?
And there's a lot of these like offshoot places, a lot of what look like bedrooms. So you
Ayo.
pass an office. You see that there are several bookshelves in this office, and there's kind of these old pieces of parchment that are kind of laying around. And then you see this armory, and as you keep going deeper into the cavern, you start to notice there's more metal that is being seen throughout this tunnel.
Is any of
metal.
it me?
None of it's you.
Oh, okay.
It's metal.
At no point have we come across dead chasers down here.
No, you have not come across. The only place that you have seen dead chasers is the one that Leela punched in the tunnel, and then all the ones that you guys killed on the outside.
I wonder if they eat their dead. That would be something.
We can start eating their dead.
It's
So
so
I-
good.
I
That's
think
the
I saw
theory.
a play like this in Yesterglow, starring William Smithy.
All right, so tonight's the night. That's it for me.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys continue onwards. Please, somebody, give me a. Yes.
If Bankley and I mix our Pepsi and our Mountain Dew and make Mepsi, can we have inspiration, please?
Please say
I'm
no.
not sharing my fucking Mountain Dew, so we
Also,
can go. we can
You're
go
such
go
a
against this
fucking
line's question.
loser.
No, I don't want your.
What do I
fucking
roll?
Pepsi.
Why don't you roll for me? Why don't you roll for me? Why don't you roll? Why don't you roll?
Hold on, I don't feel the need to tell this to everybody because I'm insecure, but just for posterity's sake, it's Diet Mountain Dew. Okay?
You don't know
nobody.
anything. You don't know
And he's doing it because he likes the taste.
It's because he
I
likes the
just
taste.
think it's better.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Side note: Pepsi Zero Sugar is better than regular Pepsi. but-
Everybody's thinking it, and you guys were just brave enough to say it.
And we lose all our followers.
Did you just bump your mic with the Mountain Dew?
He did.
Are we sponsored by Mountain Dew? I don't think so.
God, I fucking hope not.
I do the do. So yeah, everybody, please give me another insight, investigation, or perception check.
Fucking make
If
me.
Twitch sponsors us, we'll be the Brothers Twitch instead of the Brothers Glitch.
That's good. We can get cups out of that.
I'm sorry. What are we
said
rolling? I'm a
Insight,
dumbass.
investigation, or perception.
Okay.
I got a 12.
12.
Max, I'm gonna need you to
21.
fucking lock in with this die you gave me. I got another 9.
This is a high DC.
This is fun.
well.
Also got a
Are
9.
you sure
9?
you're not rolling with the D10?
20.
I may as
Not
well
one.
be.
Another nat one. I'm so sorry.
I got
Do you want to borrow my
22.
die?
23.
23.
Oh.
All right. So
I have like a bunch. Do you want one to borrow?
I still have 2 more that are not grounded yet. So
I have
they
4.
have their time.
Gotcha.
I'll ask when I'm ready.
So, Azra and Vela notice this. You see a. Sylph, what did you get?
21.
21. So you notice this as well. There's what looks like it's a long strip of something that is encased in rubber. It looks like this, and it like winds through the tunnel, and it goes down a secondary tunnel.
It's the electrical wiring for the concert they're hosting.
We
Where was our invite?
we as human people would
got
would
invited.
recognize this as some kind of wiring.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did we consider that maybe the Chasers are having a pride parade and we fucked it up?
Happy Pride, everyone.
Yeah, happy Pride, everyone. But
It's
no,
canon chasers are gay.
you never considered it, and then you killed a bunch of them. So
This is so fucked up.
So
yeah.
did we hate crime?
We're on the wrong side of
you
history.
may have hate crimed a little bit, just a
Damn.
little bit of hate crime. So yeah, you do see that cable kind of head off towards a secondary tunnel as you walk down this one. And this tunnel looks as if it was very hastily cleared out. It is not. There are no walls or floors or ceilings built into this. This is like just you're spelunking to go through this
I
place.
just thought we just went into like white space.
I want to find out what this cable leads to. Is it connected to anything greater? This sign of a system of some kind.
Okay.
Where did the cable start?
Yeah, that's a good question. So are you trying to backtrack, or are you trying to go into this cavern? Are you trying
go
to
in the cavern?
in the cavern?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody going into the cavern?
I will venture into the cavern.
Venture into the cave?
I will venture into the cavern.
So you guys are slowly, very slowly,
Self is really
making your way
becoming
through this tunnel, and you think that you hear this really loud like ka-chunk noise, and then you hear this like ticking as if something is turning in some other place in this cavern.
I know that sound. It's inside me.
It does sound like
The bomb in your chest.
It sounds
Yeah.
like the bomb in my
it
chest.
sounds like gears moving, but very, very large gears.
Or like
Oh,
a bomb
God.
bear in his
That's what-
chest.
Yeah.
We like that
Heyo.
stuff.
We do like that stuff.
You do like that
That means
stuff.
there's a really big, cool guy around here.
And you guys are making your way through this tunnel, and we will cut back over to IF8. It's at this time that Dave starts to stir. He's like, "What? Where are we?" And the elevator for lack of a better word, is climbing upwards.
Yeah, this entire, like, while there was nothing happening, just torch held up, like, elbow out, Dave slung over shoulder, motionless, waiting for the lift.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't think I would have made it.
I do not think you would have.
No, they ate me.
Yes, don't freak out. You are without legs.
Oh, God. Oh, God's help me. Where are we? Where are we going?
Up.
Okay. Do we know where?
No.
Is this to the surface?
A surface, I would assume, is up.
So you sit there, and Dave just kind of shuts his mouth for the next 15 minutes that it takes to climb this.
Is there anything, like, to really look at, or is it just... Okay.
There's nothing really there. You're looking at the walls of a tunnel, pretty much. There's the lift that you're on, and that's just about it. But as you near the top, you do see the top of the cave, and there is like an opening. And as the lift reaches its top and locks into place, go ahead and roll me a Arcana or Investigation check.
Yeah, before I do that, can I, as we're approaching, I want to just say something to Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess I was... Let me try to think of it. Were you apprehended leaving the battlefield?
No. Well, not by any people, but I did get taken while I was camping out for the night. They came out of crags in the mountains. These things grabbed me, and I got beaten, and I woke up to them gnawing on my foot.
I did not realize we were unconscious for an entire night.
It's been...
I know the whole fucking song.
We did it, boys. It's been 1 week. It's been weeks. They've been feeding me this. I don't even know what it's mushy and it doesn't taste good, but they've been keeping me alive and slowly taking pieces of me off.
It has been weeks?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Since the mountain. It's been a while.
Uh-oh.
Were you sent to find me?
No.
To bring me back to...
I heard the chasers use your voice, and I came to rescue you.
What were they saying?
Vela! Vela! Vela!
Is she here?
I do not know. I do not think so.
Was she with you? You were with her on the mountain. Were they...
Describe this Vela to me.
She has this long hair with one streak of white in it.
Oh, correct.
Chapel Roan Bangers playlist on Spotify.
Wonderful.
I can't wait to get a fucking copyright strike.
That was Siri.
Anyways, he says,
We will claim her.
she has this one streak of white in her hair.
Yes.
And, so, wait, you've seen her? That's a yes, you've seen her?
I have seen a streak of white in a woman's hair.
Yes. Yeah,
yes.
This is correct. This is my...
That is correct.
This is my stepdaughter. Was she with you? Was she here? Is she okay?
Last I checked, I believe I was the only one apprehended, unless they have eaten the rest of my companions.
Okay.
Although my brother and I are made out of inorganic material, you may have noticed. This is not usually digestible by mammalian creatures.
Okay. That was a lot of words. But...
yes.
I don't think she's coming for me, and that's good. I know that I haven't been a good example for her. I haven't been the best stepfather, but I can't let her know who her real father is, and I think that by being the way that I am, by trying to keep my distance from her, I've always thought that it was some kind of protection, but I think I was the one that needed protecting.
Your morale is becoming increasingly disturbing. Or shall I say, the lack thereof.
I know.
I believe if you become destitute in your own mind, you may perish. Try to focus on the positives. We are going up.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Up is good. Say it with me. Mantras work.
Up
is good.
Okay.
Up
is good.
Good.
Up is good. We will see the light of day again. You and I will walk out into that sunny noon sky.
Figuratively, yes.
Okay. And it's at the end of this conversation that you reach the top.
Okay, sorry, and now I'll do the Arcana check.
Yes, yeah, now you can do the
Iron
Arcana.
Fate is like that fucking TikTok sound, and it's like, what are you doing in my house? I want waffle fries.
I want waffle fries.
I'll do Arcana, naturally.
Yeah.
Expertise in it, no big deal.
Yeah.
9 turned into an 18.
Shit, okay.
Fuck you.
With an 18, you look around this room and you see these cables, you see gears, you see...
Hell yeah.
You see valves, you see, like, steam ducts and everything. And you see this massive... It looks like your head. It is like a... it's got those deep pits in its eyes. It's got a slit in its mouth. But it is massive. It is probably about the size of a school bus, sitting in the middle with all of these cables running into it. It has no body. It's just a head.
Okay. I'm gonna stare at this thing. I almost forgot. Dave, do you have any food allergies?
I have a walnut allergy, yeah.
But not a peanut one.
Not a peanut, no. But
Good.
it makes it really difficult because Vela's mom really likes this banana bread with walnuts in it, and I can't consume it, and but it smells really good.
Banana bread.
Yes.
I am trying to focus on the positives. I have a ration of peanut brittle and a water skin.
Please, I haven't had anything but...
Yes, they are for you.
But mush for I don't know how long, weeks.
It appears that we have an opportunity for respite.
He like wolfs
I'm gonna
it down.
set him down.
Yeah.
And I'll kneel over and help sustain him.
He kind of like, he takes the stuff, he like waves you off. He's like, no, it's okay. I'll partake in this, and
you rest. I will inspect.
Okay. This sounds like a good plan.
Yes, we make quite the team. I'm going to inspect if I can derive anything further from this.
Yeah.
I don't really want to call... I don't know if it's... I mean, does it look like a mechanical thing that operates, or is this just like a monument?
This looks operational. There is what looks to be a control center to the left of it. It's like against the wall. It is a wall full of like knobs and bars and stuff with like little kind of lights that aren't operating.
Can I discern what this thing's purpose is before I even start like looking over the controls?
There's no way to tell.
Okay. I'll look at the controls then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a... you can do an Arcana check on this as well.
Yippee!
This is
just a Dr. Seussian doodad.
This
That's
is
all it
arcane in nature.
28.
28.
I know how this works.
You look at it, and it's basically just it's kind of a primitive circuit board almost that is powered by arcane mechanisms, and you see that there is a kind of this slot that is next to it that is... It's a small round hole, and it looks as if it's around the size of a ring, as if there's some artifact or something that could be pressed into it that acts as a key to activate this mechanism.
I F8.
Nice.
Never gonna get old.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. It doesn't look like I can ignite it. Is there no other place to go now that we're here?
There is this kind of very hastily mined out little crevice with a long dark cable moving through it.
Okay, and do I see that aura, that shimmer, like the shield still?
It extends. Yeah, it does extend past where you can see. It looks like it goes further into the tunnel.
Okay. I'm gonna give Dave some time to sort of rest, and I might take advantage of that time myself to short rest before we have to start moving through the cavern.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do your short rest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna regain a little HP.
Yeah, and then while we're doing that, we'll go to
max HP.
Sweet.
I'm tinkering with myself.
We'll go to
What are you doing
nice.
with yourself?
And you're the one who was telling me that I was talking too much about lubrication. Mother bitch.
Mother bitch.
And we'll pop over to the other crew that is moseying on through here. You guys move for what feels like a really long time. And you come across this glowing blue wall of arcane energy.
It appears to be a blue wall of arcane energy.
Is it translucent?
It is translucent. You can see past
like
it.
a blue
It's
wall.
it's a very thin veil.
I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
The rock bounces off.
Bounces.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like smoking or anything.
No.
Okay.
It just bounces off. It's like you threw it at a wall.
Any mechanisms around the...
Not around this. No. There's just the one cable that kind of goes through it.
Okay.
That's it.
Can I pull on the cable and see what happens?
The cable moves freely through the mechanism or through the barrier.
Hey, while I'm resting, do I see a cable move?
Yeah, you do.
As I'm short resting, I'm actively putting on metal plates, and I think if there's decorative pieces of metal to this lift, I'm salvaging them and cutting them into shape and trying to repair myself.
Yeah, absolutely. You make some headway on that. You're essentially trying to armor yourself. Yeah.
No, I'm just flavoring how I'm healing myself. 'Cause
Sure,
I'm missing a lot of the shell of myself.
There's a lot of scrap metal that looks like it was used to maintain whatever mechanism this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna specifically parse out the stuff that's just decorative.
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
necessarily for the structure.
There's some very nice golden sconces and things that you can remove. There's some other pieces of various other metals. There's some copper here that is fully oxidized. There's some iron. There's some other metals that are here that you can patch yourself up
I
with.
have an idea.
What's your idea?
I want to cast minor illusion.
Okay.
I want to make an apple
Yep.
appear on the other side of this wall.
Okay.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see this apple.
Okay. Just check.
An apple does form on the other side.
Dave,
Yes.
I have 2 questions for you. I walk up to him and I stand uncomfortably close to him, and as I move into a squat, all the servos are like,
You smell oddly good.
"Thank you, Dave. I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
The first of which is,
Okay.
did you enjoy your peanut brittle?"
This is the best food that I think I've ever had.
Good.
Yes.
The second question is, and I pick up a rock and hand it to him, or hold it out to him, and I said, "Can you hold this?"
Just a rock?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hold a rock.
I tap it once, and using my magical tinkering ability, I'm going to have it emit 5 feet of bright light and 5 feet of dim light beyond that as an action.
Sweet.
I'm going to pick you up now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I will pick him up.
As he's hoisted up over your shoulder.
And I'll move towards the crevice, crowbar out.
Sweet.
I will discard the torch.
Okay.
And I will, I'll walk towards where I see the cables moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Defensively. But not stealthily, because what's the fucking point?
Yeah, for sure. So you guys, those of you in the other end of the cavern, in front of the glowing wall, see IF8 and Vela. You see your stepfather Dave, legless, kind of held over like fireman carry on one arm over IF8's shoulder.
And you see an apple.
And you see you see an apple on the floor. It is a pristine. What color apple?
It's red, but it's got hues of gold in it.
But is it
Wow.
pink lady or a Macintosh?
It's an apple.
This
that
is a Nicholas
doesn't otherwise
original.
exist.
Yeah, this is a Nicholas
Does it look
original.
red and delicious?
Shut the fuck up. What a trash
Oh
apple.
my fucking god, this guy.
Trash. Anyways, so yeah, you guys see IF8 carrying legless Dave from the other side of this arcane wall.
Hello.
Hello.
That
Just
makes
Brother.
it easier.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
alive.
gonna quickly disguise
Yes,
self.
you are alive.
You're gonna
Yes.
disguise self.
This is
Okay.
good for
He-
us
He,
both.
he can't see you guys
Correct.
from here, so
Perfect.
you disguise self.
Can I move through the barrier?
What's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
Yeah. You guys see?
Can Dave move through the barrier?
Yes.
Can I move through the barrier?
I'm not telling you.
Can I try and move through the
What's your
barrier?
alignment?
I feel like I'm standing in the way,
Lawful.
guys.
Yeah, you can move through it.
Can I move through it?
What's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
Is anybody anything other than good?
I mean,
Are you
you
two
guys
neutral?
neutral?
Yeah,
Chaotic neutral.
You guys can't go.
Oh no.
You walk into it and you bounce off.
I
let's
say
just say
I am the
stand
new
back.
IF8.
I don't even
So,
bother
this
walking
is where it should go. From
Actually, that way is down, so we're gonna go the way you came from.
good, because that's the way I chose.
Okay.
yeah, like I don't want to go
Good.
that
So,
way anyway.
so you guys don't want to investigate the Warforge?
Oh,
I would like to
Brother.
investigate from the barrier.
inside
From the barrier?
there is a big one of us.
Good. Shall we take it with us?
I do not believe it will ambulate in its current state. It appears that it requires some sort of artifact for ignition.
Interesting. What artifact does it require?
You.
I can show you the slot,
Yes.
I can show you.
though I believe that trying to find the artifact may have us tarry here too long. I do believe we are in imminent and real danger.
So you're going to show your brother the slot?
Yes.
Okay. Leela, did you show everybody that signet ring or no?
I only showed it to Azra, but
Okay.
I certainly could run around and show people the ring.
It's up to you. If you guys are going into like past this barrier, then you guys can all move through it. If you want to go with them to see this giant mechanism.
As I'm going there, since these two are staying behind,
Yep.
Vela, Dave wants to tell you something.
and I'm going to.
recognize me as Vela though. I disguise.
Oh, you disguise self?
She disguised self after you came out, so he definitely did clock you. And Dave didn't see you, but
perfect.
IF8 did.
Oh, okay. Then I'm definitely IFA is in character.
Vela,
Who's that?
that is you.
No, I don't think
You
so.
are using magic to disguise yourself. I was built by a wizard. I know.
Vela, you need to leave.
I'm gonna sit down on the ground and pull out a deck of cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay Dave down next to her against the
He's
wall.
about 5 feet away.
Let's leave.
He
All
just
right.
he just kind of rests his head against the cave. He's not initiating conversations with you.
Good. I look at
He's
Soph.
he's tired. He's hurt.
And
He's
full of peanut brittle.
and full of peanut brittle. So he's
Yeah, you should be fine by now.
Yeah,
he's
chilling.
resting right now.
What do you mean the peanut brittle doesn't regrow his legs?
Yeah. Okay. So everybody else that can, anybody who has an alignment that is good aligned can make it through this barrier.
Losers.
So you guys walk in and
Wow.
and every
Neutral or bust.
and every Nicholas, did you go or did you self-deprecate yourself so much that you can't move through it?
I'm in between alignments right now. Things are kind of tight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang back. I think.
Okay.
I'm dealing out rummy to cool kids if you want to get in.
As for the rest of you, IF8 points out what I described before, this
Yeah.
giant Warforged head, pretty much with a control mechanism next to it.
I'm gonna start explaining everything I know about it,
Yeah.
and just as I continue to ramble on, clearly default to Azra, like as
Right.
I'm explaining it,
Yeah.
and just describe all the different mechanisms using the most like flamboyantly charged engineering words.
Yeah. So it's very complicated. Azra, yeah, please give me a just a raw intelligence check with advantage, I'll say.
Okay, I'll take the first one. Just intelligence?
Yeah, raw intelligence.
Okay, that... Oh, God. It was dirty 20.
Okay. You understand pretty much everything that I am saying. You may get a little bit lost with some of the mechanical know-how, but you understand how the things work at least. And then...
Oh, delightful.
Yes.
Yes.
Leela,
Yeah,
do you have the ring?
Yes.
I do.
So...
I'll whip it out.
Yeah, as Azra and Leela and everybody else are like looking at this mechanism, you do notice that this like ignition slot is the correct size of that signet ring that you had taken.
Ooh. I'll like look to everyone for confirmation first before I try to put it in the keyhole.
Proceed.
Go for it.
All right, and then I'll put it in.
You press this this key into this slot, and it pulls it away from you as you kind of like press it in, and it recedes into the mechanism, and you see this giant Warforged head's eyes begin to glow, that same blue as the barrier that was blocking everybody out, and you see it goes, hello, I am Epsilon. I am here to help. I am here to help. Help. You are here to help. Help
Yes.
me. Help me.
I am IF8. I am also here to help.
I am Epsilon. I am here to help.
I am L37H4L.
I am Epsilon. I am here to help. I have a vast knowledge of many things. Take me with you.
Epsilon, you are too large to transport.
My records are in the black box.
Where is the black box located?
Next to the mechanisms. And you look kind of next to the control center, and you do see this kind of like shelf of these. They're boxes that are full of liquid and have these glowing beads that flow around as to make this machine work.
May we remove the black box?
But please, and bring me with you. I can help if my conscience is transferred to a better mechanism.
Brother, I believe we should remove the black box.
Agreed. Can I use my Tinkerer's tools to safely remove this box?
You absolutely can. Yes. I'll have you roll again just like a raw intelligence check on this. And I'll say it's a very, very low DC with your Tinkerer's tools because you're taking.
Could I add my proficiency because I'm proficient?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hell
Give
yeah.
him the help action?
Sure.
I got
Yeah.
a 12. Oh, a help action.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I got 13 instead of a 12.
13.
Thank you, Azra. So much.
It takes you a little while, and those of you that are hanging out are kind of wondering how long they're gonna take doing whatever they're doing. You do hear this kind of robotic voice coming from the other side of the barrier, but you can't really hear very much else. It is a loud voice, but you are able to safely extract this box from it, and you stow it in your pack. And as you remove it, Epsilon's like head stops glowing and it stops communicating.
Yeah!
And as you guys are kind of getting all of your things together, everybody that is on the other side of the barrier, you start to hear this like beep, 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 and you see the soldier that was with the General Stavros comes in and he says, "Oh, great, you found him. So we'll take him off your hands and we'll bring him back."
This is not the Dave you're looking for.
This
Give
really
me
isn't the Dave
give me
you're
a
looking
deception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
I would normally have advantage. Is that just a straight roll?
Yes.
You have advantage on deception?
Wait, how do you have advantage on
and,
deception?
On the... It's one of my feats. Let me look.
Oh, shit.
Is
Okay.
it the actor feat?
I think so.
Features and traits.
Oh, shit.
Okay, no, never mind, because it's only if I'm pretending to be
Yeah.
someone else.
Got it. Okay.
No, I'm Dave.
I'm Dave. You
They-
want me?
They bring you in and execute. So yes, do this with disadvantage.
Nice. Okay. Deception. So that's an 18.
18. I'll have him
That's
roll an
disgusting.
insight check on you. He adds 2 to his insight checks, and I'm going to roll it in front of you as well.
Oh, okay, sure.
Just to keep us honest.
I like lies.
What is it?
Tell
20?
Hero.
Is it a 20? Be honest.
Is an 18 on the die, and he adds 2. So that is a 20.
Oh, that's
He-
more than what he got.
He does see through your facade. And he says, it's not really any of my business, any connections that you have with this guy. This is more of a criminal thing. So I might just take him with me, and we'll call it good. We'll give you a share of the bounty. And,
How much is the share?
so let's see. It is, it's a 2,000 gold, just in general. So split that up however you want.
So I think you should just give me all 2,000 of it.
We don't have the bounty with us.
But if I let you have him, I think finder's fee, I get like 2,000. Actually, I'll be nice. How about 1,800?
You'll really have to talk to the general about that. I am just
You can be
recovery
very
team.
persuasive.
Huh?
I can be very persuasive.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, definitely persuade the general. So I'm gonna bring him back to him if we want to rendezvous there.
We're waiting on people.
Okay.
He can't go anywhere till
Would
we
you
arrive.
say that a legless Dave fits within a 5-foot cube?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Thunderwave.
Kill
I
him.
wanna make an illusory Dave,
Okay.
and then also disguise self as Dave.
Illusory Dave
So,
and disguise
just
self
minor
as
image
Dave.
of
Minor illusion to just make 2 Daves on the floor, and then
Okay.
disguise myself as Dave. So
Fucking-
there's 3 Daves.
Pick one.
Okay.
Would I?
Can I
Roll.
distract them?
You can roll me a flat deception check on
While
this.
he's
This is
doing
good.
that, can I sleight of hand or something try to clock where the the part in his armor that's the tracker is?
On the soldier.
On Dave.
On Dave. Yes. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. And what'd you get on your deception?
Are you sure you want to know?
I do want to know.
25.
25. You guys see 3 Daves. So the illusory one doesn't hold up to physical inspection, correct?
No, yeah, you have to
Okay.
what is it, an insight check or investigation to see through it?
To see, but I'm saying if he went over to try to pick him up.
Yeah, no,
It wouldn't. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So he's like, "Come on, man, this isn't funny." He's gonna roll an insight check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna say, please, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to find my daughter.
Again,
Oh.
plus 2 to this.
Is there any water
This is
around?
good. Oh shit! That is a natural 1.
I am the better man.
So he looks at you and he's like, "Okay, man, come on, just at least have a little bit of. You lost your legs. Try to save some of your dignity at least.
I was shipping up.
Where were you shipping up to?"
Bostonium.
It's the city you've never heard of.
And he says, "Okay, we really can't waste any time." And it's around this time that you guys kind of come back with your, with Epsilon with you, as well as anything else that you grabbed from there.
So we just see 3 Daves.
You see 3 Daves. You see this soldier that has a tracking device. What'd you get on your sleight of hand check, Vela?
A beautiful nat 1.
Oh, that's
It's
tough.
yeah. This is arm. There's a tracker in the armor, but it seems like it could have been placed on the inside to try to protect it from any outer bombardment. So it'd be really hard to kind of get in there
I could just
while
beat
he's
up
wearing
Dave
it.
real quick.
Yeah, if
That's
you
an
want to
option.
fully kill him.
So what's happening?
Well, we thank you all for finding Dave here, and he points to the Nicholas version of Dave. And we're ready to bring him back. Everybody's got to get a share of the bounty, and he will face his execution.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Why? What?
Oh,
My name is IF8.
Okay.
There is a bounty. On
yes.
who?
On Dave for deserting during the battle at Belotar.
I think there's been some huge misunderstanding. Surely not this, Dave.
This is the one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Allow.
I'm gonna release the minor illusion of Dave.
Okay. So there's only 2 Daves.
So there's only 2 Daves, and then I'm going to. It's a cantrip, so I'm gonna recast minor illusion to make Dave look like Nicholas, and then I'm gonna say with disguise self up.
Isn't this all happening in front of them though? Can't they see?
No, I'm already disguised as Dave.
there are already 2 Daves, and this soldier believes that he is Dave.
Oh, okay.
So he already.
I will go willingly. It's only right that I face justice.
Okay.
I can't. You can't let a guy go when he's down.
Well, hold on.
I'm gonna.
It's not like he can run away anymore.
I'm gonna have. So, Nicholas, I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion check for Dave, to see if he's going to let you kind of take his place.
Dave's persuasion modifier?
Hmm?
For like
No.
using
You're
Dave's
trying to
stats
persuade.
or-
What's your
Or
what's your
it's just
what's your
I'm using
roll?
my own
Yeah, you're
stats.
using your persuasion.
Excellent.
Because you're persuading Dave to not speak up about this.
Can I ready a spell in case he fails?
Yeah.
I want to ready charm person on Dave.
On Dave? That wouldn't help with Nicholas.
I got a
Worth a shot.
19.
You got a 19? Okay. Dave is going to, who's Nicholas is just gonna kind of like look, and he's gonna like look down kind of ashamed. And he's gonna let you do this.
Yeah, he's a coward.
Well,
that
hold
checks.
on, Dave. And I don't believe IF8 knows that this is not Dave.
You wouldn't know. By the way, when you disguised yourself, what did you do? Because you would have been standing at the time.
Yeah, I would have like sat down in the 3 days.
Okay, in the 3 days.
Sneezed and turned into Dave.
Yeah.
Fall over.
If there is a bounty, then the person who collected the person should receive the bounty.
Correct.
We're not gonna let Dave be sent to his execution. He's an
Hold on.
innocent
He's
man.
doing
He's
something.
He's a criminal.
Serious counter argument. Why not?
Seriously, counter argument. What has he done to you, to deserve death?
You see,
How long do you have?
you see General Stavros out of his suit of armor, kind of walks over. He's like, "Okay, what's going on here? What's the holdup?"
I believe there is a bounty for this man. Oh, I'm sorry. I am IF8.
Yes, I know you. You were at the battle. I was
Yes.
there. Yes. We have been looking for Dave. Thank you for finding him. We will split the bounty and we will take him
No,
with us.
we will not. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
What are you talking about?
Dave would like to turn himself in willingly, which I think, for the record, is a bad idea. But regardless, a bounty should not be split to people who did not help to find the bounty, did not help to recover the bounty, and did not help deliver the bounty.
Correct.
So I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to have you roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're appealing to his bureaucratic sensibilities. And Nicholas, I'm going to have General Stavros roll an insight check on your disguise self. Stavros has a far higher modifier. He has a +5.
Yes!
16. What's your spell save?
14.
Oh, wait. What was your... Do you remember what your deception was?
The one that I just rolled?
The initial minor illusion one.
25, right?
Yeah, I got a 25 and then I got a 19.
Great. Okay. General Stavros also believes that it is you. And what'd you get on your advantage persuasion check?
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Wow.
20.
General Stavros says, "All right, well, if you want to just mention my name in the write-up, that would be great. Really looking forward to this promotion.
We love this guy.
Fair
enough.
But I think we're gonna get going. Dave, we appreciate your service, but you shouldn't have. You know what you did, and you're brave to face the consequences.
I will live forever with the shame.
You'll live until your execution." And he turns around, and he leaves. So that leaves Nicholas and Dave in your party inside of this ruin. And that is where we will end our session.
Oh, baby!
Hot diggity.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Good session.
Thank you all for listening.
That was I love just messing with people.
Yeah.
No,
All
it's
right,
fun.
guys.
The roles were definitely on your side.
Session
That-
recap.
that-
Found a supercomputer. 3 days.
Yeah, easy. 3 days, supercomputer. Yeah, thank you all for listening. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Patreon, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us home. Find us on iHeartRadio. Follow our social media. That's where we have all of our stuff posted. But until next time, on to Heroes.
And hogwash!
Bye. That's it.